Greetings, friends, and welcome back to the channel. Look, we just had an enormous weekend occur over at MegaCon in Orlando. If you didn't make it to the show, well, you missed out on something special just like I did, but it's getting a lot of coverage in places that I didn't expect, including Cosmic Book News. Of course, you're going to see features and articles over on that Park Place, and Geeks and Gamers, of course, as hosts, but I think you're also going to start to see more coverage of an independent market that is working for the fans, for the people out there that are helping them produce these materials, and it even extends to the RippaVerse. This was a big weekend, and it had a lot of featured stars and some real surprises. Let's jump into it. Here we go. Now, before we get started, just a real quick reminder, I am trying to get to 50K. With your kind help, I can, which means make sure you hit the thumbs up button at some point during the video. Double check you're still subscribed. If not, hit the subscribe button, turn on the little silver bell notifications, and turn all of those on. That way you don't miss anything. I try to produce a lot of material every single week, and your support will help. The gaming channel is going great, that game place, and I just dropped that garden place. Now, no material on that one yet, but you're welcome to join. And outside of promoting myself, I want to promote this because MegaCon Orlando is a big deal. And they've got John Cena there. They got William Shatner, G&G, and all kinds of parties. Let's take a look at it. Thank you, Matt, for writing this article. Here we go. MegaCon Orlando is taking over the Orange County Convention Center this weekend. Running March 19 through the 22nd, the 4 days are packed full of celebrity guests, fandom panels, meetups, and late night parties. And boy, have I heard from people. Not just the parties, but the extra special outside the building meetups at restaurants and other wonderful places, including theme parks. The official hours on Thursday were from 4 to 9. Then you get to Friday, that's 10 to 7. Saturday is 10 to 7. Sunday is 10 to 5. And it's a little shorter on Sunday, and a lot of people are packing up by the time it turns 2 o'clock, or sometimes even as early as noon, but it's always worthwhile to go. For fans of pop culture, comics, movies, and YouTube fandom commentary, well, that would be me. MegaCon looks like it has a little bit of everything this year. The celebrity side included John Cena, William Shatner, Daphne Keen, which she's a really nice person, by the way, and the major Lord of the Rings stars were there as well. It also included appearances tied to Geeks and Gamers, Neurotic, Critical Drinker, Eric July, and the RippaVerse crowd, including the creators. It was massive, it was big, it was huge, and if you haven't seen the live stream, you should. MegaCon Orlando dates and hours, well, they ran basically the same things I just said, and a lot of people really enjoying them. This MegaCon is one of the bigger fan events of the month. In fact, it's one of the bigger of the entire year. And between the convention floor, the official panels, which Nerdrotic and Geeks and Gamers had, autograph sessions, and of course after-hours events, there's no shortage of things for fans to check out. And that include the G&G meetup, which was very popular the other night. The Ripverse schedule was also very popular. A lot of people showed up to see this. And on Thursday, you had people at tables doing meetups and having signatures, all kinds of things going on. Friday, you had some, well, pretty important people, including Eric July and Critical Drinker. And then you had the Geeks and Gamers panel, which went extraordinarily well on Saturday. After that, it was Chuck Dixon and RippaVerse panel. Then you had Yellow Flash and all of his goings on. It was really, really quite something, to tell the truth. And then they had a special guest that I don't think they talked very much about. Zachary Levi took over MegaCon at the RippaVerse booth. Believe it or not, he was a featured guest and a surprise. What a great day for everybody. He became one of the biggest attractions on the MegaCon floor. Levi was at the RippaVerse booth where he was signing and autographs, taking photos, chatting with fans, and from what they observed on the floor, because it sounds like Matt was there, he had the biggest line in that section of the convention, turning the booth into one of the busiest shops at the show, which, believe it or not, it was busy last year as well. And I can tell you, some of these people I recognize, so there's that. But Zachary Levi is at the RippaVerse booth because being listed at MegaCon as an official guest, appearing in the RippaVerse booth 9514 on Saturday, fans are finding him on the floor instead of the celebrity guest area. RippaVerse also promoted Levi ahead of the event as one of his special guests for MegaCon, making it clear he would be part of the booth's convention presence. And, you know, he's just an all-around good guy. A lot of people really like him. Instead of promoting this new studio project that he's been working on, though, he instead just everything points to him being part of the RippaVerse MegaCon promotion, helping draw traffic to the booth and interact with the fans. He was essentially a fixture there. And he also promoted photos and autographs tied to donations to Nerd HQ. So the appearance appears to be part of a fan event and not part of the booth promotion. And not only that, at the same time, the fact that he did not enjoy the celebrity services that you get on the other side of the building, that should tell you an awful lot. Zachary Levi still gets a lot of recognition everywhere he goes, and his Shazam character, I think, is probably a lot of that reason. It's paying off to have him at the booth, at least for the RippaVerse. I'm sure Eric was ecstatic, and his presence has turned the booth into a major gathering point, fans lining up and all of the other things. So it was a massive day, and this is, well, not surprising to me, having been to these events before. But I'll tell you a little bit that I don't think a lot of people know. This isn't as costly as you would suspect, and a lot of times you can get great deals at locations close by at hotels that are of some quality, and you can get, you know, Uber or Lyft or something else, or even, you know, ride share with somebody that you happen to know that's going. It's oftentimes easier to get a ride than it is to actually park, and parking in the event is, again, not nearly as expensive as I've seen before at other events. MegaCon is a lot of fun. I'm very jealous that I didn't make it this year, but I'm very appreciative to all of you for your support of the channel. If you haven't seen any of the live features or any of the panel footage, you should probably go seek that out. And I'm telling you right now, it'll really make you want to go next year. Anyway, that's it. Let me know your thoughts or whether or not you made it to MegaCon down in the comments section below. A lot of you may have. I want to hear what your experiences were. I've been getting pictures all day, and my FOMO is amazing. So on that note, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya, hopefully, over at MegaCon. Heads up, That Garden Place is coming at you this week, so make sure you get subscribed early. Thanks. See you next time.